Good. It was my first spring game, thinking about it in about 2 years. So it was good. It was good to get out there, pitching the first inning again with a start, and I just felt good mixing all the pitches. Arm felt good, body felt good the whole time. So obviously with the first one, that's the main objective. Now we keep building up from here.
Yeah, I was going to ask how different things are this spring versus last spring. I think you were just picking up a baseball, or
yeah,
picked it up.
Yeah, I think just getting off the mound at this time last year, so it was a slow, long build-up, but yeah, I feel really healthy. Ball feels good out of my hand. Mixing all 5 pitches. We got that out of the way actually pretty fast. Carter was really good back there, calling everything. But yeah, it felt good to just see hitters in the box that aren't our guys, and like I said, just keep building from here.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about Carter, just his kind of first start, working with some of the regulars. Just what you see out of just his preparation as he.
Oh, really good. It was really smooth back there. Like I said, he called a really good game. We kind of just talked briefly about kind of what I like to do versus righties and lefties, and he was spot on kind of when we got to the game. So he was great. Obviously he's really young, got a bright future, so I'm excited to keep seeing how he progresses.
He just hit a home run.
Did he?
Yeah.
Right on cue.
Yeah, perfect.
Right on cue.
So your objective was kind of just to throw everything, get the feel back?
Yeah, mixing both sliders. I think, got some good reactions to it from hitters. The one that Sosa hit just kind of backed up on me. Just wanted to get it to the other side of the plate, obviously, but was one pitch away there from getting out of that little mini jam we created. But yeah, otherwise, just wanted to fill it up with all 5 pitches. Especially building up as a starter. I think just having more weapons in the arsenal is going to be key to kind of neutralize the splits, facing more lefties than I probably would as a reliever. So just to have the array of pitches that I have now was good to mix today.
Can you talk a little bit about the Royals, like with their conversations with you, what this spring will look like building up as a starter and competing for that rotation spot? Yeah,
I think we'd established kind of in the middle of the offseason that I was going to come in, build up as a starter, build the workload back up. So that was kind of crucial that I come in here healthy to camp and hit the ground running once we got here. Now, all that being said, like once we get to the end of camp and even to the early part of the season, we'll kind of see how it shakes out. Obviously, I know there'll be an innings conversation at some point. Coming first full season back from an elbow injury, but we'll kind of cross that bridge as we get there. But yeah, I mean, excited to see where it leads. Like I said, once we get to the end of camp, we'll kind of see where I'm at physically, where the team is at, and kind of where I'm needed the best. So.
What does a normal off season look like? You have one when you're coming back in rehab, and then you have one where you're just normal. What does that look like?
Yeah, I think for me, I took about a month off after that last game that we played, and then I think getting the foundation early for me, that was a good volume of throws, but at a lower intensity, kind of through the back half of November and through December. That way, when I got off the mound, the pitch count is always the biggest difference between starting and relieving. So building that base of a high volume of throws early on at a lower intensity. Kind of set me up well when I got off the mound through my bullpens. That way, when I get up to 25, 30, 35, 40 pitches and beyond, maybe the fatigue aspect doesn't set in, until it should, typically as a starter towards the later parts of the game. But I think that was the biggest difference this offseason. And like you said, it's been a little bit since I've had a healthy offseason to build up. So like I said, just excited to see where it progresses.
And then the pitches that you're tinkering with, can you describe just what you hope those do for you?
Yeah, so the four seam and sinker, just splitting the plate with those. Sometimes I'll have a little cut to my four seam, and the sinker is nothing crazy, but just something I like to use to neutralize lefties. And like I said, split the plate in 2 halves. The changeup, we threw a lot of them actually today, and that was that's always going to be there for me. And then the two sliders, I think throwing the tighter one and then throwing the bigger one. Like I said, that's something I can sort of throw by handedness of hitters, and just like I said, as a starter, having multiple weapons. Because just because I have 5 pitches doesn't mean you go into every game having all 5 pitches feeling spot on. So just to have something else to fall back on. If a 4-seamer feels off, okay, maybe we ride the sinker a little bit more today, or the big slider feels a little bit off today, okay, maybe we ride the small slider a little bit more. So just to have variety, keep hitters guessing, because obviously I'm not blowing guys away throwing upper 90s or something like that, but just to have the variety is nice.